Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Conquer with Chris, the podcast you don't want to miss. Today I have a very special guest, Rob Hergert. Rob, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it.
We're going to get into Rob's story in a second, but Rob, just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you are, where you live, what you do.
I live down in South Florida, born and raised in Miami, Florida, one of the few. And I have been a lifetime entrepreneur, probably since I was 12 years old, selling stationery around the neighborhood. I own several businesses and I have a passion for entrepreneurship.
Well, that's great. So you said you were 12 years old, you were selling stationery. So how'd that start? How'd that work?
I just have always been, since I was a little kid, just going out and finding ways to make money and hopefully create some value. But I guess as a little kid, more about making some money, and started a stationery business and had a lawn mowing business. I mean, you kind of name it, anything to get out there and make some money.
Gotcha. So let's go through that process from when you were 12 to now, right? I'm sure there were several times you've had to change your business and your model and your service and your priority, and you've had to pivot, I'm sure, even with the last year of being the coronavirus pandemic. So tell a little bit about how you grew as a person and as an entrepreneur.
Actually, the biggest change was I was in college and up north in Illinois, and for a kid from Florida, winters were a little brutal for me. So I decided to stay home one winter, and my father talked me into going into his insurance business. And I really didn't have much interest in insurance, but he said something to me that, I mean, this was, 40 plus years ago, that stuck to me. He says, in this business, you can make as much as you're willing to work for. And that concept didn't really, as a kid, didn't really understand that. I saw people clocking in and clocking out. So I decided to go in the business with him and was very successful, partnered with him when I graduated from college, and ended up buying him out probably 5 or 6 years later and running that business for about 25 years.
Great. So you're saying that you learned that in sales, and especially the insurance business in this particular thing, that whatever you put in, you get out.
Exactly. There was no free ride. In fact, he probably the greatest thing he ever did to me was, the first thing was getting me on the phone and doing cold calling. In business, you've got to start somewhere, and if you don't have a list of potential customers, you've got to start somewhere. And I was not shy as a 18-year-old kid. I was not shy about getting on the phone and talking to a CEO of a bank or a hospital. I know that scares the daylights out of a lot of people. For me, it was just kind of fun, and I made it a game of it. But I ended up selling that business about 10 or 11 years ago, and decided I wanted to go start new businesses that were more internet-based, that was not based on my 24 hours a day. So that's what I've done.
Well, let's talk about that leverage for a minute. Since you pivoted, right? You pivoted into something that has more residual or has more passive income. Two of the biggest names that have ever been known, one's Michael Jackson, the other one's Elvis Presley. They're worth more now than when they died. So to explain to the people what you mean by 24 hours in a day and being able to make more than what you can do in 24 hours.
Well, in the insurance business, the beauty of it was residual revenue. So, I put in the work and I made an income every single month that a client was there. But I always envied somebody who could run their business from a beach in Tahiti. So when I sold my business, actually prior to it, I had really wanted to create a business that was charitable and philanthropic. And I wasn't exactly sure where I was going to go with it. And over a period of time, I developed a company called monkeydough.com. And the idea behind it was kind of during the bubble where people were, looking for ways to save money. People were hurting. And so the idea behind it was we developed a network of about 350,000 merchants all over the country, from restaurants to going to the movies, shopping, travel, entertainment, you name it. And we would partner with nonprofits and schools and youth leagues and it was a membership club. People would join, and when they joined, our average member saves, $2,000 to $5,000, and a portion of everything we do goes back to charity. So it was it's been extremely successful, and it's growing in leaps and bounds. But the beauty of it is it's all internet based. So in the days of COVID, we're 100% COVID friendly. We're saving, our mission statement is to support local merchants by incentivizing people to go there, saving the consumers tons of money and raising money for the local schools and nonprofits. But again, it's all internet based, so I can run it from anywhere in the world. We're making an impact, which has been probably the most exciting thing, is to see the impact that we can make on communities all over the country. So, and it's a residual. People join it, and as long as they're a member, money goes back to the nonprofit. So it's really been a great business.
Wow. So that's one of those conscious, socially conscious type businesses where you're giving back to the community, you're giving back to the, and I'm taking any nonprofit or any thing of that nature could become a part and receive resources that way, as well as anyone can be a part of it to save money. Exactly.
We partner with all sorts of nonprofits. We just developed a brand new program. In the days of COVID, those discount cards that a lot of schools and youth leagues sell. Well, we developed what I believe is the very first digital discount card. It is 100% COVID friendly, and the beauty of it is once somebody, it's $20 like every other discount card out there, and the vast majority goes back to the school or youth league. But instead of having to sell that card to each person every single year, it's an automatic renewal. It's almost like a membership. So somebody buys it, and a year later, it's automatically going to renew unless they decide to opt out of it. Plus, they get to redeem it on their cell phone, so they don't have to carry any kind of cards around. They don't have to have those big sheets of. It's really cool. We're just now launching, and believe it's a game changer in the fundraising business.
Wow, it does sound like one, because I've worked in the restaurant industry for a couple of decades, and I understand that those cards are very popular with people. And for them not have to carry that around is going to be huge, I think, in the market. So you own several businesses, and behind you, there's a Boost Your Business. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, when I developed Monkey Dough, one of our 3 prongs was to support local merchants. So we've, over the last few years, have developed a number of really powerful and cool technology. Some of it was geared for Monkey Dough, but in kind of using it and playing around with it, I'm like, man, this would be awesome out in the marketplace. So what we've done is developed some unique technologies and some really unique, powerful strategies. And we are actually getting it out to the marketplace at a fraction of the cost of anything, maybe even similar, that exists out there. We have something called, I know you deal with restaurants. We have something called Restaurant Hero. We're actually bringing in new customers to restaurants. We're gathering data, building a list. Most local restaurants, their biggest issue is they have no list of their customers. They have no way to market to them. So we're actually gaining all of their list, and we've developed a really powerful VIP loyalty club, really unique compared to what's out there. And we're now able to market to them on an ongoing basis. And then our technology takes it even further. And those people are able to share it with their friends and family on social media just with the push of a button. So it's kind of a viral setup. I talked about the discount card. We are just now launching the same concept, but after, those companies that send out envelopes of paper coupons that exist out there, I won't mention names. Well, we are now in communities all over the country. We have developed a digital directory where now people again can redeem it on their cell phone. The businesses get immediate ROI real time because you're putting the revenue in that was driven from that coupon, that digital coupon. It's going in there, so at all times they know what their return on investment is.
That's brilliant.
We are doing social media ads 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to reach people rather than hoping that they open up the mail and not throw it in the garbage can. And we're doing it at less than half the cost of anything that exists out there.
Wow. Wow.
So for just shy over $100 a month, you get free advertising. You're getting it out to the entire community that you're in. And our ROI on that is absolutely ridiculous. So those are a couple of the platforms. Boost Your Business has about 10 platforms that we've developed for businesses to increase their customers and their revenue.
I want you to say ROI real quick. 5 times. No,
ROI.
ROI. Woo! That is a tongue twister. So, Rob, do you have a favorite quote?
Actually, I did a speech at a public affairs conference a few years ago on social entrepreneurship. And my big things, they're not necessarily quotes, but my big thing is make your life spectacular. Go find something you're passionate about. And if you're looking to create a business, I say if you're not an entrepreneur, but you want to be, you got to start with yourself. You got to figure out what your mission statement is, and you've got to make sure that your mission statement aligns with who you are. If you're looking to help people out there, you need to be a compassionate person. If you're looking to help with finances or do anything in the, to make people successful, you better have your finances in order. It starts with you. And everything is all about you making an impact on other people. So Robin Williams had a movie way back when. It says, go make your life spectacular. And on this speech I added, then go help somebody make their life spectacular. And to me, that's a biggie. I can be extremely successful, but you know what? It's a beautiful thing when I can go help somebody else be successful. We have what we call an affiliate program in all of our businesses. Actually, I call them consultants, but someone might know it as an affiliate program where they can use our platform, our technology. They don't have to create something, but then they can go out to businesses that they want to, that are their clients, and make a portion of everything that they go out and sell. But it's their business. They're doing it on their own. So if you haven't started anything and you're not exactly sure, I've got somebody here locally that wants to make $100,000 their first year just working with me. There's not a whole lot of businesses that you can say you can make $100,000 from scratch. And I've shown her exactly what it's going to take, and I'm helping her do it. So for anybody that's looking to maybe start something, we would, if you're committed and willing to work hard, there is nothing given to you in business. There's no push buttons and all of a sudden I'm successful. It's about getting out there and making an impact on other people or other businesses.
Yeah, there's no easy button that you get from Staples.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
No, you know what? The thing about that is then someone would be like, well, I need to be able to think about it and make it happen, right? They try to make it even less cumbersome. The reason why, if you think about war, for example, business is a type of war in a way, right? And granted, you don't have a lot of death and stuff in business, but I want to use this analogy so people get the visual. If I were your enemy, I'm going to keep the most powerful stuff locked up and away from the front line of battle, and I'm going to keep it heavily guarded. Same with business. You don't get the big money. You don't get to make money until you get through some challenges, get through some difficulties, overcome some obstacles, overcome someone else's objectives. I like what you said, Rob. Make someone else's life spectacular. You don't really get, Zig Ziglar said it best, right? Give enough people what they want, you can have what you want. So,
it's exactly right. And one of the things I talked about in that conference was you've got to have a vision, and that vision's got to be 1,000% concrete, because you're going to get a lot of no's in your life, whether it's business, whether it's social, whether it's a significant other. You're going to have people who say no to you, who don't want to do business with you, don't want to be around you. And you've got to have a strong enough vision of what you're looking to do to overcome those no's. I can tell you this, and I don't really talk about this ever, but I mean, I went from owning a business and selling it to getting divorced during the bubble and losing a ton in real estate and being at the bottom starting a business. And it was perseverance, and it was my vision of where I was going that brought it right back up again. So, for those of you that say, I can't do it, I don't have the resources, or whatever in my life is going on that's going to keep me from being successful, that's hogwash. Anybody can do it. You don't have to come from a silver spoon, and you don't have to use, any other kind of demographics as a crutch to say, I can't do it. Anybody can. It's your decision. It's in you. It's not you. It's not me. It's not Chris. It's not the rest of the world saying you can't do it. It's all, it's all in your heart and all in your drive. So just make the decision and go for it.
I want to stick with that for a minute, Rob, if we could, because I really believe that there's enough resources on the planet for everyone to be successful. We just got to find one is our place, right? What we're good at, what we're created to do, if you will. But the thing is we have to become resourceful, right? You may not have the money to pay for social media content planner right now. You may not be able to hire a VA. You may not be able to do this, but guess what? Sometimes you have to do it yourself, so you know what you want when you get to be able to afford those platforms, and or whatever the thing is. Like maybe you may not be able to afford the software, but do it manually until you can afford the software. There's nothing wrong with bootstrapping it. There's nothing wrong with starting from scratch, because Rob probably tell you all his ideas probably came out of a crisis where he said, I need a solution for X, Y, Z. And so he not only created a solution for himself, he created a solution for other people.
Well, that's exactly what it was. And one of the things that I always say to anybody that's kind of looking for advice as a business person is, one is make sure that you get done everything you need to do that day. You don't have to start on tomorrow's project, but if there's something that needs to get done that day, make sure it's done that day, because you have no idea the ripple effect by, letting it go the next day. And there's no such thing as 9 to 5, not in the entrepreneurial world. In the beginning, it could be 100-hour weeks. Don't kid yourself. Some people think entrepreneurs are absolutely nuts. And sometimes, if I didn't love so much of what I did, I would look at and say, why the heck? I mean, I've worked Saturdays and Sundays all day long, but I do it because I love it. And because I'm trying to accomplish something beyond myself. I had the pleasure of meeting Bob Proctor one time, who you may know the name from the Law of Attraction. And we sat down for a little while, and he said, you need to dream so big that you have no idea how you're going to accomplish it. Because if you can figure out how you're going to accomplish your dreams are only about you. And I had never thought about that.
Wow.
He says, if you dream where you have no contemplation of how you're going to accomplish it, now it's about other people. And I'll tell you, with Monkey Dough, with the dreams I have of that, we're looking to raise $100 million a year for our charitable partners.
Wow.
We're not there. But it takes a lot more than me to do that. So, those are the things you need to think about.
Wow. So, tell the people where they can find you and get in contact with you.
Well, I two companies, Boost Your Business. We deal with businesses. So we've, check it out, check out the different platforms. We would love to help any businesses out there. My email with Boost Your Business is rherget, Herget, at boosturbusiness.com. And if you're looking to start a little business, but don't have the, don't exactly know where you want to go, come on board and let's make you an affiliate, and I'll show you how to be successful and teach you how to do it. Monkey Dough, which is monkeydough.com. We partner with nonprofit schools and youth leagues. So if you're looking to raise some money, we'd love to talk to you. And if you're a consumer looking to save some money, our membership is $59 a year or $7 a month. And again, our average member is saving $2,000 to $5,000 at their favorite merchants. Plus, we made it even more of a no-brainer. We give you a free 3 to 7 night stay of your choice at about 125 destinations around the world, including places like Paris or Venice. And I'm talking for $59 a year. And every time you renew, you get another one. So, or Las Vegas. You want a free trip to Las Vegas? So we put a special deal together with resorts all over the world. So those are the areas that you can find me, and we'd love to have you reach out.
Any last words, Rob?
I appreciate you having me on here. I mean, again, entrepreneurship is my passion. I would, one of my big things is with my success is to help kids realize their dreams. Both my kids are grown, but they're still young. Both are very successful artists. They followed their passion for art. And my oldest is, he just turned 30, but he sold art pieces for $20-something thousand when he was 20-something years old. So, follow your dreams and follow your passions. And if you don't know what they are, go figure out what they are, because you're trading half your life for your work. So you might as well do something that you're excited about.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching another episode. I want to thank my guest, Rob Hergert, for being on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I want to thank each of you for watching, listening, depending on what platform you're on. Please like, share, and subscribe or download. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell. And thank you for watching. Remember, Conquer with Chris, the podcast you don't want to miss.